Okay guys, in today's lesson what we're going to be doing is we're going to conduct a client interview. Okay, so just read off these two bullet points here. For this task you need to find out information for your client so that you can make a product that meets their needs. Okay, you need, I would say, 10 questions. It is best to ask closed questions. Okay, so you've got two different types of questions. These would all here be closed questions. So you give the client an option, okay, of different things, and they would tick the one that is relevant to them. Okay. So you need 10 questions. There's loads of different things you can ask. So I would perhaps maybe start off. You could ask nationality. You will know their gender and roughly their age from the first page. We've yet to do that, but we'll start that now next week. So you could ask them about, say, if you're making a lamp, perhaps what style they like, what materials, textures, finish, colors, themes, what size they would like it. So for size, for example, I wouldn't say small, medium, and large because you need to be more specific. Their idea of what is something small may not be the same idea as yours. Okay, so you need to give values to small. So let's say if you were talking about a lamp, you could talk about perhaps the height of a lamp. Okay, would you want it 300 millimeters, 600, and then 1000 millimeters? Okay. Same for costs. I wouldn't say cheap, expensive, or mid-cost. Give values. Okay. Right. So if we look at some examples here, these are all closed questions here. Open questions, then you would ask a question and then you would have to write out the answer that the person said. Okay, but these are best to stick with closed questions. It's just easier. Okay, so this was for a jewelry box. This is on the school website. So what theme do you prefer for your coffee table? What height? Oh, this isn't actually the jewelry box. It's probably for a table. What material should the table top be made of? Any potential budget range? So you're given values here instead of saying cheap, mid, or expensive. For shapes. Okay, so if you're making a toy, for example, you would have to come up with, what are their interests, what do they like doing, what's their favorite cartoons, what perhaps toys do they like to play with. So if they liked, trains and rockets as opposed to puzzles. Okay, so you need to find out that information. Okay, and then in your evaluation, I would pick out the 3 to 4 most important things, 3 to 4 out of your 10 questions of the most important, and I would comment on them here. So you would say something like, I have found out that X, Y, and Z, these are very important because, okay, and then you've got to say why the answers that you received are important. Okay, because you've most likely from your client interview you found out what exactly your client wants you essentially to make. Okay, if you've got any questions, please ask online. I'll attach an example folder. I'll attach this slide and I'll also attach a template that you can use. Come up with your own template. So this is one layout. I quite like this one, straightforward. One improvement here, I'd probably label these questions like these are here. Okay, so you can just tick them off like that. You can lay it out however you want, as long as it's clear. Okay, and this was another example. Okay, I'll be online. Just ask any questions if you have any.